Hi, in this video, what I'm going to talk about is if you're past the point where you were either told to leave or you were told to stay in place. And the time of the happening of disaster is over. And you're now, your home is a disaster, it's a wreck, and you're not staying in your home. And maybe you're with family, friends, in a shelter, and who knows where. And right now, there's several options for you. One of those options is to think about, was where you were living the best place for you? Because a disaster can also be an open door. Because in this time is when there are more, there are just a lot more opportunities open to people that weren't before. If where you were living was a place that wasn't a good, healthy environment, good emotional environment, maybe there was no work, there was a lot of crime, whatever the situation, this is a really good time to decide, maybe this is my open door to move on. And if you want to move on with your life and go to another community somewhere, there are usually lots of different avenues that of people that will actually help you do that. People will help you relocate. Maybe there were churches that will be at the other end waiting to help you settle into a new community. Maybe there are nonprofit organizations or charities or different groups that would help you move to another area and set up a new life somewhere else. Maybe it's time to go to school somewhere. But these are things to think about at this time before you spend all of your time and effort restarting your life in a place that really wasn't a good place for you to be in the first place. So look at it as an opportunity for great change in your life. Now, if you think about it and you decide, no, this is where I want to be, this is the best place for me, although my community and my home is a disaster, then it's time to rally. And what I mean by rally is, okay, maybe you didn't have insurance and you don't have that to count on. Or maybe you have insurance, but it's going to take months for that to kick in. Maybe some government agency has said they are going to put you on a list. Well, I can tell you that some of the people from Hurricane Sandy have only within the last year gotten the help that they asked for from Hurricane Sandy. So, waiting for those things is up to you. That's your choice. And I'm not saying you should go against anything that anybody's telling you. I'm not saying go against your insurance company or anything like that. Clear what you do with your insurance company before you do it. But what I am saying is, if you're in a hotel or if you're in a shelter or if you're homeless or if there's something going on where you're not in your home and you're not in your beloved community, and you're just waiting, and that means that you're going to then fall into depression, anxiety, and start, that's also how people end up starting to drink and things like that. It's way better to rally yourself, to buck up and say, you know what, I'm going to take on this challenge of my life, and I'm going to go back to my community. I'm going to either be a leader or I'm going to be a helping hand, and we're going to make this happen. And that might start, that might be starting to clear the debris around your homes. That is only if the power companies or gas companies have stated that it's safe, that there's no power lines down. I'm talking about if it's a safe environment. I'm not talking about going into a dangerous environment, but I'm talking about if there's stuff spewing everywhere across the lawn. Get in there, take pictures of everything first. Document what you're doing, what you're removing, in case it's something that you can have a claim on. You don't want to get rid of all of the evidence and proof that you need for a claim. Maybe that can be piled up somewhere. But what I am saying is, if you love your community, and your community is going to wait 3 years for the government to come in before they bring in any funds, your entire community could completely fall apart in that time. Marriages could break up, families could break up, houses could be completely fallen apart and condemned by that time. So if you guys decide that you want to stay in that community, you might want to rally yourselves. I'm not talking about in a protest kind of way, in a riot kind of way. I'm talking about in a work kind of way. I'm talking about getting in there like war survivors did, and going in there and rebuilding their community, coming together, helping each other move debris, trash, cleaning up, make bleach your best friend when you're cleaning up in these areas. And vinegar is awesome. Vinegar actually cleans mold and things like that on porous areas if you get cleaning vinegar in spray bottles by the gallons. So you can rally yourself and rally your community, rally your neighbors. Go in there, check on your neighbors, find your neighbors. Where are they? Where are the pets? Check on what's happening with all of the utilities. And you can just take control over your life, take control of your situation. My great queen used to say, keep calm and carry on. And that was during World War II. And that was when, the bombs were falling. But you know what? We're going to sit down and we're going to have a cup of tea here and we're going to talk about things. And then we're going to get motivated and we're going to handle this. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about pulling yourselves up from the ashes and recreating your community. Maybe your home wasn't the way you wanted it in the beginning, and that horrible room is now gone, and you're going to create something better and new. Maybe this is the opportunity to rebuild your community better than it ever was before. And under these stressful conditions, maybe now people can come together and cooperate in a way that they never had before, can build relationships and build communities' pride and strength, and be there for each other. So, and you also need to make sure that you do not allow the negative emotions of being overwhelmed, of stress, of anxiety, of depression. Do not allow yourself to get isolated. Do not allow yourself to get cut off from everyone. You need to get in there. You need to get out there where there's people. And, yeah. So, and yeah, even if you're in a shelter and you can't go out yet, the shelter workers are probably overwhelmed. They're probably doing really long shifts. They're probably not being paid. They've probably left their friends, their families, their kids at home to come there and take care of you for free, for nothing. And you're bored, and instead of complaining, you get in there and ask them, what can I do? Maybe you can help wipe tables. Maybe you can help move things around. Maybe you can set up cots. They can use your help. And if you help take part in being part of the solution and not part of the problem, that's fantastic. So get proactive there about your future, about your home, your community, and your state of mind, your state of health. And see what fantastic things that this disaster can become a great opportunity for you. God bless.